สวัสดีครับผมชื่อทอสตันแล้วก็ผมเป็นช่างภาพที่ Cinema Studio ที่กรุงเทพ Today I would like to talk about something the whole world is talking about, something that is changing our world very fast and especially the creative world. I'm talking about artificial intelligence or AI. Now, let me be clear at the very beginning about something. I am not against AI, not at all. Though I'm not a blind supporter of this new technology either. So I'm trying this episode to shine a light about the pros and cons of AI in the world of photography. AI has huge benefits, for example, for medical research or for data entry, but it has also some drawbacks in the creative industry. It has some real benefits if it comes to pre-visualization for movies, for example, but it is not an answer to everything. Now, some people think just like if there's a new technology coming onto the market, some old technology has to vanish. That is not necessarily the case. It is just another tool and an additional way to share our vision of the world. I'm not against AI, and I think AI has some features that make my life as a pro photographer easier and my workflow faster as well. For me, this is happening mostly in the post-production process. Please let me give you some examples of how I use AI in my daily workflow in Photoshop. When I shoot people, the skin retouching is one of the essential post-production processes I need to do for my clients. Now, Photoshop offers a tool that's called Neural Filters, which is using AI technology. If you scroll through these filters, you find a lot of different options. At the very top, you will find skin smoothing. This is a filter I'm using frequently, and it saves me a ton of time. A clear winner for AI is a new dust retouching tool in the RAW conversion. It is AI-based as well and detects dust on an image. And let's be honest, each picture has dust on it. Last but not least is the most obvious AI tool in Photoshop, Generative Fill. You roughly mask out an area you want to change or retouch, type a prompt, and Photoshop will give you 3 different options. This is a fantastic tool for deleting logos or other objects you don't want in your image. Instead of using the clone stamp or the healing brush, this tool is usually more realistic and it's faster as well. Nowadays, you can create entire images in Photoshop. I'm sure there are people who are really good in this again, and they get amazing effects out of it. This has nothing to do with photography anymore. You type in a prompt and the computer is creating something for you. This is not photography. So please, don't call yourself a photographer if you are creating an image entirely in Photoshop. I saw a few posts where creators are calling themselves AI photographer. Now, what is an AI photographer? Photography is something that is created by a camera. We are using light, we're using light modifiers, composition, and skill. If you're too lazy or if you don't have those skills or you don't have the camera, please don't use the title photographer, because that has nothing to do with photography if you are creating an image in Photoshop. That is post-processing. It's not photography. Another app that is trying to tell you what amazing things we can do with AI are those apps where you upload a selfie and it creates the perfect profile picture for you. It's becoming problematic when you use images like this on your CV or on any other profile as a first contact. Once the person you send your AI profile CV to and he sees the real you, the immediate second thought would be, and what else did you lie about in your profile? On a lighter note, here are some hilarious images which I found online. Most of these images can be just seen as a joke. What are your thoughts about AI and how it's changing the creative industry? Please let me know your thoughts in the comment section below.